Food prices rising in May from the month prior, according to the latest inflation print from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, known in your hood as the BLS. Groceries, or the Food at Home Index, showed prices increased 0.3% last month. We saw that monthly figure fall 0.4% in April. Here with more, we've got Stu Leonard Jr., CEO and president of Stu Leonard. Stu, always a pleasure to grab some time with you. You know, just first and foremost, take us into the areas, the parts of folks' shopping carts that you're seeing the most moderation or customers push back.
Well, you know, right now we're a family business here up in the Northeast. We have 8 stores. We have 100,000 customers a week. And we pride ourselves in being on the floor and keeping our ears open to what customers say. So far, people feel pretty confident. At least at our company, we have not raised prices yet because of the tariffs or anything. Prices are the same right now. But you know what? There's a supply and demand issue right now. Like I was talking to our ranchers out west, the herd size in America is the lowest that it's been in like 40, 50 years right now. So that's a supply and demand issue. So I think you have to break apart a little bit of any increase in costs. It's not tariffs. A lot of it is due to supply and demand also.
And that's so interesting to hear, the herd issues that you were mentioning a moment ago. That comes after the avian flu hit, of course, a lot of the egg and bird and chicken prices that we had seen as well. So I wonder how much lag is there until there's typically some type of pass-through in prices that consumers have to wade through?
Well, you know, Brad, one of the things that we deal with a lot of small local businesses, and a lot of them are getting hit with the tariffs. I made a little chart together for you right now.
Oh, wow.
Which is right here, okay? So take a look at this. You see this right here? Can you see this thing?
We do. We got it loud. You don't have to adjust anything, Stu. We got you.
Okay, you got it? Okay, good. But basically, this is the tariffed items over here that we're seeing problems. Bananas come from Costa Rica. Pineapples, Costa Rica or Peru again. We have wines and champagne and from Europe right now. Those are all tariffed. So a lot of these are small suppliers. I mean, obviously bananas isn't that big. We've gotten a 10% increase in tariff. We've split it with the importer. So we're eating 5%. Our family is eating 5%. These are the items that keep us alive over here. We have avocados. There's no tariff on them. Salmon, there's no tariff. You have beef right now, which is non-tariff, but as I said, it's bumped up a little bit because of their herd sizes. And lobsters here, we used to ship, I think the United States shipped 80 million pounds a year to China. And with those high tariffs, we're getting the benefit in the United States of ample supply of lobsters. The price has gone down a little bit. Same with grapes right now out in California. We brought them onto our soil in the United States. And the same thing, it has to do with melons. They're throwing them down in Georgia right now, which are beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's a good time for us because the local produce and the local fruits and vegetables are coming online. I can't do anything about pineapples and bananas because we don't deal with them in the United States.
Yeah, and we know that we don't have the amount of tropical regions necessary to grow out the type of supply that would be necessary to really support and sustain the type of demand here in the U.S. alone, so that a lot of those are imported. I wonder, Stu, while we have you, as we're thinking about some of the recalls that have also come forward within the food and beverage industry, how is that kind of passing through to inventory and where customers are being selective after they hear about some of the food recalls?
Well, food recalls you can't control. I know there's an egg situation going on out in California. It doesn't affect us on the East Coast here at all. But hey, you know what? When you get a recall, you got to clear the shelves and notify your customers. You can't predict them. You just have to react very quick to a recall.
What are some tips that you have for customers, whether they're shopping at Stu Leonard's or whether they're going to some of the other great grocery stores around the nation? How can they save over the summer?
Well, one thing, I can tell you, we don't want to raise prices, okay? Because if you go from like even $4.99 to $5.09 or sales go down. Our suppliers know that too. So we don't want to raise prices right now. The best thing you can do is we're still getting deals from people. And so check the specials out. Go look at the apps. Look at the emails that you get from customers. We have like, we got hot dogs, buy one, get one free for 4th of July coming up. There's always those deals, so you can save that way. The second thing I would urge you to do is test out and try private labels. Some of them are made by the same manufacturers as the name brand, but you can save maybe 20% on those things. And, take advantage of some of these app deals that customers have laying out there. And you know what, Brad? The one thing I would say, we do like 10 demos a day at Stu Leonard's. We're sampling chicken salad. We're sampling it. And don't go over to those demos because sales usually double or triple when you demo an item. Look what Costco does, when you go in there. So walk by the demos, okay? Don't throw that one extra item in your cart. Overall right now, I feel just being here on the store floor with all these customers around, talking to our suppliers, they're all feeling pressure from increased fuel prices, from increased labor prices, energy prices. We're doing the same in our business. Those are all costs they're trying to, hold on to.
Yeah.
And then our customers, though, feel pretty good. I think the mood's pretty good out there right now.
Interesting.
We've been having brisk sales. And, we're going to feel a little bit we're in a low margin business. We're going to feel a little bit of a squeeze this year because of the tariffs. Because we're going to keep those local small farmers in business, okay? And we're not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use my big buying power to squeeze those guys too much.
Stu, we appreciate that, and we know you have a lot of buying power. Are you about to show us the lobster? We know you had a lobster standing by.
Are
wow.
You
okay,
a dad,
that's the tomahawk.
Brad? Are you a dad?
I am not.
Okay, this is for 4th of July, for Father's Day. Okay, coming up. Get Dad one of these babies. Am I frozen on there or not?
You're not frozen.
Okay, good. The other thing, try Dad with a lobster. Okay, get him a nice lobster. And then, a lot of times, and my wife's like this here, but here you could go with one of these big guys like that. How do you like that thing?
I mean, you're just gripping it up by the gill. Look, yeah. It's a great looking fish, good looking lobster, and a great looking tomahawk as well. I guess I'll just have to accept the role of cat dad going into Father's Day so I can get one of the three. Stu, thank you for taking the time.
Hey, happy Father's Day to Dad. Brad, if I could just mention, it's drowning season right now. My wife and I lost a little boy to a drowning 30 years ago. I please, all the people watching, all the moms and dads, watch those little kids around the pool and ideally get them into swimming lessons. 4 lessons of waterproof. Okay, so be safe this summer. Drownings are going to skyrocket right now in June, July, and August. So be really vigilant around the water.
That's great advice, and thank you for sharing your story. We appreciate your time as always, and thanks so much for giving us the pulse on consumers. Stu Leonard Jr.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.